Hello guys, I'm here with Finn.
What's up?
And today we're going to be doing a very original idea. We're going to be tier listing the teams, of course. It has to be done every split. Alright, so we've decided on a tier list, D tier, where Finn and I actually disagree. So I have BDS and SK in D, and then I put Astralis, I think, one tier lower than those two. Because I see, like in BDS and SK, I feel like it's very messy gameplay and they aren't performing too well, but I can see a little bit of potential and I kind of like the way they play the game. But when I looked at Astralis, and I mean, they have a lot of new members now, so it's hard to say how they will perform, but I just don't see them doing so well, like, when I look at the individual players.
I mean, I actually like the changes that Astralis made, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and put them in. I'm not going to put them as low as Mark did here, but I mean, they have to prove it, obviously. They did very poorly last year, to say the least, but bringing in like 3 out of 5 of the old Splice lineup that made it to Worlds and took games out of FPX, the world champion, like, they do have some players with a lot of experience.
You say it like that, yeah.
I mean, they don't have the humanoid, of course, which is obviously a big part of that, but they...
Yeah.
but still, like, you never know. This team, I think they can do better than what you give them credit for. And BDS SK, I just have a hard time seeing how they can put up any impressive results.
I'll let Astralis surprise me. On to C tier, we have Misfits, alone in C tier.
Once again, Misfits being put so low.
It's not that low. It's basically, I mean, they are a regular season team, so maybe in the regular season they are gonna overperform again, which I think is what Misfits is doing a lot.
I think actually it's the only team that made a downgrade in terms of roster decisions. I mean, you can argue BDS and Astralis as well, but I think here it was actually a pretty good laner.
I think it's just the Vefio show once again. If Vefio's gonna carry, then they will win some games in regular split, but I think in playoffs it's harder for one person to carry. I think if the other members of the team don't step up, then they might make playoffs again, they might even make top 4 again with Vefio, but after that I don't see them doing a lot. And then on to B tier, we have Vitality and Mad, both of us as well, again.
I mean, I could put Mad in A tier, but it's like so hard to tell if they're gonna be really good now with Niski or if they're gonna be like... Because last year they looked pretty bad in Mad Lions. I think like both their side lanes were struggling, both top and bot. And I think only Elyoya was like a shining light, so maybe with Niski he can like show and they can carry some games through mid-jungle. But it's impossible to tell this early, I would say.
I think last split the meta read also seemed very off. They were forcing some like early game comps and I think a predominantly late game meta. So Vitality, kind of the same story as last split for me. Like they have good names, but it just doesn't seem like they're working. And last split was the same, so I see no reason to put them any higher than B.
I think they'll probably reach playoffs again, but I can't see them going that far.
And then on to A tier, I guess. I have Rogue and Fnatic.
But I'll put Rogue over Fnatic if I had to choose. I don't know what you think.
I would put Fnatic over Rogue. I think depends on how Fnatic is doing. I think Fnatic has higher potential than Rogue, but Rogue just seemed like a more solid team, and I think Fnatic seemed a bit messy. So I think if Fnatic like cleans up their gameplay, I think they are better than Rogue.
It's gonna be interesting to see how Rogue like keeps going, because they did like one thing and then they got like exposed in the finals. So it's gonna be interesting to see if they're gonna like stick to the roots.
And me and Finn both agree that it's just the G2 there. For me, like they just like stomped through the competition last split.
Last year, just from scrims and from official games, they were just like a step above the competition, I would say. I think it's hard to really match them, any of these teams, like to put them in the same tier.
I think when you 3-0 everyone in playoffs, and then it's hard to put anyone in the same tier as them. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this amazing tier list video as always. Gonna see you next split with the same exact video. I hope you guys enjoyed like a little more of a thought process behind the teams, and make sure to subscribe and smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.